Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Hello, Megan.
Hello, happy Tuesday.
I know you're out of the habit because, like, we used to record on Tuesdays and we don't anymore.
We're going behind the scenes. People are understanding. Yeah, we record these on Thursdays now.
Mm-hmm. It's better for us.
It's a lot better for us. It really is. Because you know how my weeks work. This is what, like, Melissa, I don't know. I think about this all the time. Like, there are certain people in my life who are, like, not only not allowed to die, I got to...
Where are you going with this?
No, I was going to say that there are people who, like, have spent so long getting to know me that I don't even know if I, like... It's not like I was so self-aware about, like, oh, this is who I am. This is everything you need to know about me. But both you and Mott's consecutively have spent so many hours with me that, like, you know me so well that I don't know these things about myself or how to verbalize them. But when I had told you way before we first started doing the podcast, we recorded on Mondays because Mondays are not a real day to me. They're still an extension of the weekend. And so, like, I can gear up for Mondays and do all of that stuff. And so then it was like, you know what, actually when Moss and I started, like, dating and everything, it was like, I wanted my weekends back. And then you were like, let's move this to Tuesday, because in your mind you were like, well, I understand her and Monday's the weekend for her. So, like, now we need to move this to Tuesdays. And so then when I was like, I was like, maybe we should do this towards the end of the week. You were like, Friday's a weekend. We cannot do Friday. Thursday is perfect. And it's just like, we finish each other. It's like the brain's thoughts are on the same wavelength. And this is why I have to stay in your good graces and you can't die. Because I don't even know how to verbalize this.
Okay. Well, I'll try not to die.
Thank you.
I guess.
Yeah. No, that's all I need from you.
And then, you know, we also, if we were doing it on Fridays, it would run into, if we were doing a live stream, too long of a day.
No, and a live stream is a weekend activity.
I know.
And so, like, this is like,
it kicks off the weekend.
We just understand this. And it's so hard to have someone who understands how the days of the week work when these are not real. This is not reality. These are arbitrary things that we've created because we also are, you know, freelance.
Right.
So it's very helpful.
Well,
so that's why it's Thursday.
If you're...
But see you next Tuesday.
If you're new here, join us. There's no format for these See You Next Tuesdays. If you want more of a formatted show, listen on Mondays and Thursdays. This is just us catching up, shooting the shit, gabbing, being our true selves. No censors.
No. Though I do wish when I reversed, I was kind of like a semi-truck and it was like beep, 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 beep. Like if I backed up, you know?
So
I just want the attention.
So SENSOR and not CENSOR is what you were going for?
Well, if they're spelled differently, then yes.
Okay.
But so I know I talk about the New York Times crossword puzzle all the time, but I don't remember what fucking word it was that we recently had where I will be saying a word to Mott and I'm pronouncing it wrong, or like it's something along the lines of like, I know what it is and I can like describe it conceptually. And I'm like saying two words that are not the same, but it sounds like this. And it's like him playing essentially Pictionary with my guessing. And then he finally puts the right one in. And I go, that's what I'm talking about. But like, it would be something like a sensor or something like that. And I'm not explaining. I'm like, that, like, he's like, huh? But those are spelled different.
I caught it. It took me a second, but I got it.
The ties in my brain, like this is why the puzzles work well for me, is because everything is the same in my head. Like everything's fair game. And I'm like, oh yeah, everything's spelled the same. They'll connect so quickly.
I recently learned that I see all conversations that I'm having. Like I see the words in my brain and they're color coded.
Have you ever looked into synesthesia?
That's what I heard.
So I don't think I have synesthesia. I think I'm just neurodivergent, but I have like, actually, is there a right answer, or like everyone has their own colors that they can?
Mine changed depending on the conversation and what the word is.
Because when I hear a song or a story, I can assign, like a song specifically, like that's one of the ones like I can assign a color to a song. And like that's why I like when Taylor Swift's albums came out, Evermore and Folklore, I like made mood board. I was like, this is what the whole thing is. Like this, it's a movie, and I can do that. But I've never even thought about it in terms of conversation. Yeah. Is it the color determined on like the topic, the person, or like both?
Yeah. And then like when the topic changes, the color changes.
If there was a transcript, that would actually be very helpful.
Right. So I'm seeing like a live transcript in my head.
Maybe this is why part of the reason why you're very good at like compartmentalizing.
Maybe.
And bookending things.
But it's also, I think that's also the reason why I get tripped up on words too, because I can see them clearly in my head, but it doesn't come out.
Most of the words I know, I think we've talked about this, most of the words that I know, I've never said out loud. Like I know them from either reading them, and then I realize I have no idea how to say them because I don't know the letters in them. I just know them as a whole. Like they're not letters. It's a word. I couldn't even tell you what letters are in it. Or I've only ever heard it said out loud, and then I have no idea how the fuck it's spelled.
Yeah.
And then I usually pronounce it wrong.
Yep. But I think that's pretty normal, simply because before I didn't think that. But then when I start directing audiobooks, I realize that everybody does that.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. So, because that's part of the reason why audiobooks directors exist, because we gotta get words right.
Yeah. And if they want it, like some places, if they have like a regional accent, and some people will write in a regional accent.
Yep.
And then that's a tough one.
Yep. They try to find the actors that are from that region.
I need to find an audiobook then narrated by someone from Pittsburgh or Philly, because that is a comfort.
I thought you loved Midwest accents.
No, I absolutely adore Midwest accent. That I would like a bedtime story. Like it's very nice. I want someone to write a book and have the audiobook done by someone with a Pittsburgh Philly accent. And I want them I want it to be a book about them bitching and complaining, because that is also comforting to me.
I'm sure it exists.
Yeah. That's like, there's nothing I love more than like my aunt as a kid, like growing up, just like hearing her simultaneously be able to do it at the same time, like complain about someone or something, and then just be like talking about this like bullshit thing that happened, and then turning to the kids that, you look so cute today, sweetie. And then it's like going back and forth. And it's just like, it's comforting. That woman can talk. That's where I get it from.
Yeah.
We both can. I talk a lot. I don't know if you know
do?
that.
It's funny when I'm editing these and I see our waves for our separate tracks, and how much yours takes up and how much mine takes up.
You and you go to my cardiologist and bitch about my waves together, because when I had my heart monitor and I said, whoa, what is that one? He goes, and he turns to me in his fucking doctor swivelly stool and looks at me and goes, that is from you touching it. Ma'am, you never stopped you fiddled with this the whole time. He goes, the first time I opened this up, I gasped, because this is always like, this is just flat. No one ever, it's like the first time you put it on, it's the touch thing there. And he goes, this is never jostled. I had to remind myself what this meant, because you just never stopped fucking with it. And I was like, so sorry. That's very on brand though. Should
have handcuffed yourself.
I'm about to reveal something that, as I just saw it in my head, because I almost just said it quickly, and then I went, that might not have been a universal experience. I like had a non-sexual, I want to make this abundantly clear, this is childhood, like same fantasy as like bouncing on clouds of like getting handcuffed to like your best friend. And you're like handcuffed for a day and like shenanigans.
All the TV shows in the 90s.
And I wanted handcuffs. I asked for handcuffs for my birthday once. I didn't get them, which is probably good.
Yes, that's one good thing that your parents did.
I know. We were talking about something and we were getting Halloween candy. We went to because last year we were late getting Halloween stuff. So we went to Target.
Oh, you're super early now.
Melissa, I can't do it. I don't know how to, I'm either early or I'm late. Like, I don't know how to be on time for it. And so we went and we were picking out candy and I spent so long trying to decide because like, I don't want to disappoint the children. Like they brought me so much joy. I was so excited. And a goal in my life is ultimately to be a king size candy bar house.
That's me.
Of course it is. Do you go to Costco?
No, I just ordered them up. Never been to Costco a day in my
life.
life.
Oh yes, we have to go.
And I ordered them from that
online retailers.
Big online retailer.
No, who called it? Bezos Emporium.
Oh yeah, Bezos Emporium. Yes.
Was that Mary? Or was that Brie?
I don't remember.
But do you do it like before the prices jump?
I just did it like the week before.
So
I don't know what they're supposed to cost, so you know how.
I know how you are. I was just about to say that actually, for anyone listening, just know that means nothing. Like this is. But so we were saying to Mats, I was like, I want to be like that, but like I was like, I think we need to do that at this house, like the year before we know we're probably gonna move, because like I don't know if it gets a crazy expensive. I'm like, I don't want these kids to make these people give out full size candy bars, and like what if another strike happens? And I'm like, sorry, y'all, don't have the money. Like that's so disappointing. So we spent so long picking out like the right amount of candy. And even though I can't eat literally like any of it, I had such strong candy opinions as a kid that I was like, fuck a Babe Ruth, fuck an Almond Joy. Like I don't want any of that shit.
I love both of those.
Peanuts and coconut are my personal hell.
Almond Joys do not have peanuts in
They have coconut.
Okay.
Nasty.
Delicious.
Nasty. That mouthfeel is...
Remember I had all those bars and I left them at the door and then you just took a bunch of Samats because I had them for so long.
So Melissa, when I shut down that one, he was a little sad. And I was like, no, not about this. And so I was like, I love an M&M. I love a Milky Way. I love a Twix. Fuck no on a Whopper. And fuck no on a gum.
I like to suck a Whopper.
Yeah. But then they give me heartburn.
Not me.
Oh.
Why would that?
It might have been a gluten thing.
Okay. Suck into it, gets to the middle, and then you just let that part dissolve in your mouth. But it's not a quick
because it's like an airy kind of. That makes sense. I guess you're right. That would dissolve. Kind of like a puffed rice
but it takes longer. It takes longer.
Ooh, no, if something's in my mouth for that, I get so sicked out. I need to be able to chew and swallow relatively quickly. I also don't fuck with gum. I don't fuck with Mike and Ike's.
No, Mike and Ike's.
Are Mike and Ike's the ones that are a little like... No, those are the fruit flavored ones.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't fuck with... What are the spicy ones?
Hot tamales?
Yes. That, now as an adult, I would do it, but like as a kid, no. Sprite is spicy when you're a kid. And I actually, as I say that, I did eat a lot of fucking spicy food as a child. I just don't think I liked the hot tamales because I like chocolate. So like I didn't even really want like I'm not like a Starburst, like that kind of thing. The only like that kind of candy I ever liked was gummies. Because gummies were easier to get out of my teeth and I have really groovy teeth. And so that was hard, especially as a kid. So we spent so fucking long trying to like pick the right thing. And I was like, well, this is this many pieces. This is. And we did like a perfect combination. Much tried to buy Warheads. And I go, we are not giving the children of our neighborhood who live on our street, who we see every day, who some of them maybe are just starting kindergarten. Like these are
Warheads are awful.
And I was like,
I don't like sour.
They're
candy.
not even like there's some like Sour Patch Kids. First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Right.
But like Warheads they're a painful experience.
And then they're disgusting. Like as soon as the
bitterness
wears off, it's just like a saliva ball.
Uh-huh. And that texture.
Yeah. Disgusting.
No, it's gross. And I was like, we can get you some more heads if you would want. And then we were in the candy aisle and we were talking about, then we went to Lowe's and there's like, the big Halloween section. I am standing next to the thing. I'm watching this thing, this giant skeleton or this giant, I don't know, spooky thing do its thing, which is moving and talking and being scary. And
did you get it?
No, we didn't get it. Mott's wanted to get Mott's. It was actually perfect timing. Mott said we should get this, and it's doing the same thing all the time, and it has a rotation, so it's like a 10-second thing, and then it pauses, and then it's 10 seconds, but like it's on a fucking loop. And just as Mott was saying we should get it, it's when it paused, and then it did it again, and I jumped. I knocked into this display. I got so scared, and he was like, "Babe, we don't have to get it." And he's like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, no, it's not that like I already forgot that it did that and it scared me again. So we have been having to decide our Halloween decorations that are not as frightening. And then he was asking like, how did you fare for like Halloween as a kid? And someone I grew up with, an adult, love to fucking scare. And like their friend would make the front of their house like a haunted house. And so when kids would and they would pretend to like play dead or be a part of it, and then they would like jump up and like scare these kids like shitless and they'd pee their pants. And so I'm like, I have to avoid the person who pushed me out of their vagina on Halloween because like they lived to scare. Also, someone commented on my video about why I'm jumpy, and they were like, I think this timing is a little bit with some traumatic timing in your life. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why I'm extra jumpy. It's a thing, apparently.
But you've been jumpy.
But extra jumpy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, we got some cute decorations.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Are you doing your candy shoot again?
Yeah. Especially the rates have gone up. COVID rates. Definitely doing the candy shoot.
Oh, I thought you meant like the rates of how much the candy. I was like, are you making this a business? Are you selling them now?
Would love to.
It's a good gig to get into. How many trick-or-treaters did you have last year?
A lot.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you felt underwhelmed, you're welcome to come over to our place. But
I like it over here.
I mean, I love all of the people. I love your neighborhood, and I love everyone who, they're all smiling. They like know my car at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not the new car.
But I think last year, I don't think I was here. Yeah, last year I wasn't here. It was the year before. Last year I went to Ty and Samantha's, and the year before Samantha came over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's the candy that you get?
Snickers, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, M&M's, Skittles, some other Starburst. All the hits.
Those are all the hits. What's your favorite like Halloween candy? If you were is it same as when you were a kid?
Snickers. I feel like Snickers has it all.
Melissa, I agree with you on everything. That is something that I think we might agree on the most. Like, Snickers is a perfect candy. I don't know why we keep making all these other ones that just like have one less thing than Snickers. Like, if you're gonna add something else, like this is checking all the boxes. Don't take something off.
Even the Snickers almonds, I think are so underrated. I actually think that's better because it's like a softer to it.
Yeah.
But you don't like peanuts.
No. So my preferred is a Milky Way, but that I know is a personal preference. And like, I have no beef with Snickers and the components of Snickers. I do have beef with Milky Way because what the fuck is that? And I have beef with coconut because
Milky Way is essentially just a Snickers bar without the nuts. So like if you can't have nuts, that's what you can eat. It's the nougat and the caramel with chocolate.
But I think the Snickers nougat is like a more flavorful nougat. Like I think that or maybe it's the chocolate. Yeah, and the chocolate. Like that adds all that. But
but Milky Way has chocolate. Milky Way is a Snickers without the nuts.
But texture-wise, it's like
still like the same.
No, but you have the nuts for Snickers, like the chocolate's thicker. Like you have a different mouthfeel.
Chocolate is the exact same.
Damn, maybe it's just the ratio of the nougat. Like that is it's too floofy for me. And I had a traumatic
Are you talking about
it.
Three Musketeers? Because Three Musketeers are more floofy than a Milky Way. And then it doesn't have the caramel in it.
I'm wholeheartedly talking about that. You are right. Okay. Because I was literally pulling up my favorite, which is a Milky Way Midnight. And I like Milky Way more than I like Snickers.
Okay.
So that's my bad. Yes, Three Musketeers. That's different, right?
Yes. Three Musketeers are more, it's like more air. It's like the nougat, but it's more airy.
Yeah. Do you like those?
I don't mind them. It's not my favorite. Like I wouldn't just like go buy them. My mom loves them. But no.
And was Snickers your favorite as a kid too?
I love Kit Kat. I don't know why I missed that. Kit Kat's my favorite.
Good.
Yeah, Kit Kat would be number one. Snickers number two. But being the child that I am I actually prefer Toblerone. Those are my favorite, like chocolate. But because
you're supposed to fucking literally like, can I have a Lindor truffle and Toblerone?
Kraft owns the U.S. Toblerone, so I would just have them.
Oh, okay, bougie.
I don't know if they still do, but they did when I was a kid.
They don't own Nestle, do they?
No,
because that's the only one
they're under. But Kraft now is with M&M Mars, so we would have been getting all that stuff, but not when I was a kid.
Wow, yeah, originally owned by Kraft Foods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I've ever had one. What's in it?
A Toblerone?
Mm-hmm.
It's the best chocolate that, like the flavor of that chocolate is so incredible. And then it has like these little nuts and nougat pieces in it. And it just melts in your mouth. It's incredible.
It is Swiss chocolate, which is superior. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Dutch chocolate, but what about your least favorite? Like if you could like hunt and pick from a Halloween bowl as a kid.
I don't really like fruit favorite candies.
Me too.
If I'm gonna have candy, I want chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Starbursts are fine, but they coat your throat. And if I'm gonna have a candy that's similar to a Starburst, then I prefer a Mambo. And so Mambos are sticky like Starburst, but they're not. They have better flavors. They have like mango and tropical flavors and stuff like that. And then they don't leave that film on your mouth like Starburst does. And I don't know why Mambos, I need them to have a better advertising campaign because they are far superior than Starburst.
Are they Mamba with an A?
Maybe.
They look like it looks like the same branding.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks like the same branding as Hi Chew. I wonder if that's why it gets confused. Like it doesn't blow up.
Hi Chew, no thanks.
Absolutely no thanks. That was an obsession at my fucking high school.
I hate Skittles. Hate them. Again, for the same reason. They all leave that nasty film in your mouth.
Then it coats your teeth, which
and then,
also
like,
Hawaiian
in your
fruit punch
throat, and then I'm like, I feel like I'm about to choke. It's awful.
What about Junior Mints?
Why?
I know.
That's more like a
Toothpaste.
Like, you don't sit down to eat Junior Mints. It's like after dinner, if you want something sweet, then have a Junior Mint.
That's like if you're trying to get something sweet and you're just with your grandma who doesn't have candy and you'll like, okay, I guess I'll settle for 3 of your Junior Mints. Like, that's not something I would.
Not even my grandma's.
Buy.
They kept those strawberry candies.
Melissa, I was about to say, were they Werther's or were they strawberry grandmas?
They were the strawberries.
Strawberry grandmas were my fucking bitches. My favorite grandma, she was a strawberry grandma. That I used to buy when I was in college and I was like so fucking depressed. My leasing office at my apartment building had the Werther's and I used to like steal them, and then I learned there was dairy in them. I go, this is why I'm having to pull over on this.
I do like a Werther's. I haven't had them in years, but they are good.
They're good. And then, but it reminded me, and I go, I literally ordered the strawberry buns on bulk on Amazon, and I was just this like 18-year-old, 19-year-old on sets for the first time in my life. Being like, anyone want a straw? And they're like, where did you get those? I was like,
those are the candies, like, you bought them, but those are candies like that you don't buy, they just appear.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I
So
didn't
if
even
I'm
know
gonna
where
have
you
a
would buy
fruit
them.
candy, that's I think my problem is that the mainstream fruit candies are awful, and we need to Mambas, strawberries. I don't even think they make them anymore, but the Starburst Twizzlers that they used to have, phenomenal.
Wait.
Phenomenal.
How do you feel about this? Is, I think, the most underrated candy, and I cannot believe that it's like not included in everything. Lifesavers.
No, they give that same throat clogging thing.
But
and they
find,
also cut my tongue. Same with Jolly Ranchers. I don't like it. I don't like my tongue being cut.
But I like that Lifesavers gave me something to do with my mouth. It's an oral fixation. Like, you like could like,
I do like
play around with
stick
that
my
part.
tongue in the middle, but that's when my tongue would get cut.
Yeah. Hey, live life on the edge. It's dangerous. Well, so we would have not been good at trick-or-treating together because we would have wanted all of the same things.
I would be like, give me the chocolate.
No, that's what I did to my friends.
Yeah.
And thankfully, one of the people I was friends with, I also used to, I'm trying to remember, like, it was either she would do this or I would do this, where we would just pick based off of like the packaging. And it's like, what was the prettiest packaging? I think she did that. But I was like, I learned quickly once I did that I had a mistake when I wanted the really pretty blue and colorful blue and pink ice cream, and it was bubblegum, and I took one lick and I was like, this is awful. And my dad was like, I told you. And so then I just threw it away and I was devastated. And so after that, I used to like every time I'd be like, so what is it? Like, what is this? Like, can you let me know and give me like a little short list of everything in it so I can decide if I'll like it? Because I used to come home and based on all of the candy I had gotten, the only thing I was going to settle for and that accidentally would be in there that I didn't want to eat is if I took a handful or someone gave me a handful and there's a couple like Tootsie Rolls thrown in there. And I go, okay, well, I can give these off to someone, or I can whatever. But like, if I was avoiding coconut as much as I could.
I like coconut, so not a problem for me.
Yeah,
I do like a Almond Joy better than a Mounds, though.
What's the difference?
Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Are they under the same company?
Mm-hmm. They're literally the same. That was the thing.
They literally just took the nut off, and then they said,
sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
So what's a mound of if there's no nut?
There's no mound. I guess just the bar as a whole is the mound.
I don't like that.
Well,
it's not for me.
It's not,
and that's fine. Well,
did you do anything else this weekend?
Good question. Slept a lot because we were obviously, back, and I'm getting back into the sleep cycle. But I worked, edited, but yeah, mostly just got Halloween stuff, and then did a lot of planning of what we're gonna do. Like, I wanted to maybe I'll get some fall decorations. So I'm thinking about it. Thinking about doing some things like that. Maybe some
inside
DIY.
The house?
I want to do fall inside the house, and then fall cute, non-scary Halloween. We do have one skeleton thing that it's
put a wreath up
first of all, there's no place for fall wreaths because they make them orange, and that is not a foliage color of greenery. You can get some orange
Look,
thing.
I was just asking a question.
No. I no longer live in Riverside where I'm right near a Home Goods and a Hobby Lobby. So I have options now, and I don't have to resort to that. So I want to do like a dried orange garland, like those kinds of ones, and like ones that I can essentially like rope in or include and build off of for like holiday stuff. But I'm also, I need to do that later today, gonna order a new Christmas tree. So we're still in like the end of summer before we get to like, oh, it's fall. Now the prices get hiked up. But 99% chance, I mean 100% sure that we're doing Christmas here this year and not going to Colorado because the baby will be
a baby,
freshly babed, like that is like brand new to the world. I want to like get that Christmas stuff kind of like ready and prepared. So I have to place those orders for those things. And then we bought mouse traps because we have a mouse. And I'm a little worried.
Didn't know that you ever stopped having mice.
No, we got that one.
Oh, I thought it was like a family hanging out.
So that's what everyone said because they said there's not a singular mice. And I said, what if his family abandoned him and left him? And like, he's the main character and like, he's just like living his little mouse life here. And I was like really dead set on the idea that there's only one. So we set up the stick up camera one so we can move it. And so we put that in the kitchen and we saw the video evidence. Mats wants to say that the angles are just playing tricks on us and it's still only one. But I want to say, based on the size of the ears and the tail, that there are two now. But I think the baby one is like really cute. And I'm a little sad about that.
But it's going to get bigger. And when I say it's going to get bigger, it'll be like a week. And it's not going to look the same.
Well, I'll have Mats look at the ring if he sees them again. But in my mind, maybe this is also part of the reason why I've been more jumpy is like maybe I'm just hearing it more. And I'm like, maybe I'm hearing that and that's giving me a reason. But yeah, so we got the, that was like, you know, what you need for a mouse. But thankfully, Mats told me where they are. It's like those sticky things. He told me where they are. So I don't have to it's not within my walkway line. So I'm just not wearing glasses in the kitchen.
But if it gets trapped, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
Because it'll start.
And I'm fine with that. Because I've heard it before. And now I know what I'm listening for. But I don't want to see it.
My hospital stay would have cost $25,000, but with VA healthcare, it's free.
My education would have cost $42,000, but with VA benefits, my books, tuition, and housing are all covered.
The down payment for my home would have been $74,000, but with my VA home loan, my down payment was $0. My service was then. My benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
That was my weekend. What about you?
It was Samantha's birthday. So Saturday we went to Dave & Buster's. Had a great time.
What's your game?
I love basketball.
Oh, that's a skill.
They've changed the games a lot too. A lot of the stuff that was there the last time I went is no longer there. The last time I went, I was with Michael B. Jordan. But this time they took away like the Wheel of Fortune game that I like is gone.
Rude.
They do have the still like the one you just pull down and that's like I know I enjoy it because I'm usually like get high scores, but I think they've rigged it because everybody that was playing was only where it looks like you get the big one, and then when you look closer, you only get like 5 tickets. So I think they've rigged it.
I like both of those styles of games too.
Yeah, they don't have Dance Dance Revolution anymore. I'm like, yeah,
I don't think you should be allowed to operate without that.
I don't think so either. And then the skee balls, you know, when you roll the balls were light. They weren't like the heavy ones.
This
So
is
it
county
was
fair
just-
scams.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't enjoy this as much as I used to, but I had fun with the group of people that were there. And then Saturday I was, which I didn't want to go to, but I was being a good cousin and was going to go to BeautyCon.
Look at you being a good cousin.
And we didn't end up going because she woke up cramping. So great. And then later that evening, we had like a little pajama party to continue Sam's birthday. And it was good. Just a bunch of gals galling around having girl dinner. I had this terrific pizza they had a gluten-free crust. It was great.
From where?
I forgot. I'll have to ask her. She said the people are very rude there, but you just have to go and get your pizza and leave. Sometimes
I'm okay
they
with
don't
that.
even realize that your pizza is like, they'll be like, it's not ready. And they're like, we've been waiting. Can you just like check over there? And it's there. So,
What area?
Yeah. They're in Studio City, so I'd guess somewhere around there.
Okay.
Closest to you.
Yeah, there's a really good gluten, like almost entirely gluten-free pizza place by us.
And just gals gabbing about life. It was great. Talked about a lot of stuff.
Had you met anyone else there?
Yeah, I knew everybody there.
The sleepover one?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Well, who won the most tickets?
I think most of us just stopped caring, and when we went to eat, I don't even remember. I do think some of the guys went and cashed out, but no one else really did.
I get so hyper focused on that shit. Like, people will lose all their money in a casino. I could lose all of my money in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. I could have. I just didn't enjoy it. They have a lot of those
sucked.
a lot of the games were broken down, and then they just didn't have like the things that I enjoy.
How do you feel about driving games?
Hate them because
too.
they make it too loose.
I know. I was terrified. Half the reason why I was so afraid to get my license was because of those games. And I go, I can't drive a car.
I want to actually, I want it to feel like I'm racing an actual car,
Mhm.
Like that would be fun.
Yeah. And Formula One, that they could fucking brand that. They could do what Tony Hawk does for Tony Hawk's games.
But yeah, we had fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Amazing. And by the time that people hear this,
I know I'll be a different person.
No.
This will
Oh,
be
yeah,
old,
you're right.
This will be old Melissa that's talking right now. Even
So
though
what
I
do you
have
to
seen her
say
in
to future
concert like
Melissa?
3 times.
This is going to be different.
Yeah, it will.
Every
be
time it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have to say to future Melissa?
I hope you had a fun, because current Melissa is not having a fun.
No. I wish I could give you some of my like attention span of like forgetting about shitty things.
Yeah.
I really wish I could just bottle that up and like give it to you.
Me too.
Yeah. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But you're going to have the evening of your life and the countdown. And I think you're seeing the tour. Melissa's going to Beyoncé Renaissance. I think you're seeing it at like a perfect time in the year. First of all, it's not going to be as hot, right?
It's still going to be hot.
But it's not July. Is this, because September, I think, is LA's hottest month. Is it?
It's still like in the like 90s there. Right now.
Shit. Never mind.
Alexa, what's the temperature in Houston? 91 degrees right now.
For some reason, I thought the South and the East Coast turned colder quicker.
No, not the South.
But you've had the time to like get hyped, get excited, see everyone else's outfits.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be in Houston, her hometown.
Yeah.
And I hope Meg Thee Stallion's there.
I have such high hopes.
I'm excited. I feel like it's going to be a lot of surprises because LA had enough, but like had a lot. But then we go to her hometown. Come on now.
No, and she can live in LA, she can live in New York, no matter, she is Houston. Like her loyalty is there.
H-Town down.
And that is something that like she knows that people expect a lot of her from Houston, and she is like Houston representative, and she's not even going to just fulfill that. She will surprise and delight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm so excited too. So.
Have you planned your Instagrams?
Megan, I'm not an influencer. I don't do things like that.
Could you take a cute picture of your outfit outdoor with nice lighting that's not just like you in a mirror so I can see it?
Sure.
That's all I ask.
What times is the sunset? I feel like it's going to already be dark. Because it doesn't start till 8.
Oh, you're right. I did forget that even though it is hot, the sun is going down quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this. Oh, shit. I was going to give you my clear bag.
I already got one. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think you already told me you had ordered one by the time I had offered mine.
Yep.
Well, I cannot wait to see. Are you that person who goes to concert? I feel like you're definitely not. Who films literally everything?
Absolutely not. I have been in the past when I was like showing off, but at this point, why?
Even for yourself? Do you keep it or do you just...
I'm not going to watch it back.
You're going to see so many silver and specifically like disco like cowboy hats that like, first of all, it's going to blind you. It's going to be hard to spot.
Yeah.
You need one of those little flags.
In Texas, people just wear cowboy hats as is. So when Beyonce gives an excuse to wear one, it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be giant cowboy. People have like the huge, comically large. Well, I cannot wait for you. I'm so excited for you. And then we'll both need to find concerts that we look forward to for like basically a year in advance because we've been living for this.
I know.
For so long.
I know. I mean, next month I have Janelle Monáe too.
Did you see Fly on a Boss's new song? The snippets?
Mm-hmm. Which somebody a couple months ago had filmed them in the U-Haul, like in the back.
Oh, no
they
way.
were like, I see Flyana Boss. And so now we get to see.
I would watch it in
the
slow
results
motion
of it.
to figure out what streets they were on to.
They were in, I know where they were with that person. They were on Burbank, the main street there. Yep, that.
I thought at first they were turning on by the Grove, and then as soon as the turn happened, I go, nope, I know where this is.
Mm-hmm. And then have you seen Missy Elliott's snippets that she's been posting from the video?
No.
Yeah, she's been posting videos. Like, she's so hyped for it.
And people are saying, like, can Missy Elliott do a verse on this one too? Like, this is very, or like someone's like, it's very, the second one's very 90s. And everyone's like, who else is going to be on this one? Wait, where is she posting?
On her own TikTok.
Mm-mm. Oh, there it is. What?
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, I found it.
Okay.
So when is that concert?
October 18th.
Okay.
It's in a small theater, so I'll be like right there.
At the group. Where?
The one that is the YouTube one. The new YouTube one.
Oh yeah. I've never been in that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because it's new.
It's new.
They built
and
it.
From the pictures, it's like it's not big at all. So.
It's like a screening room size?
Bigger than
a screening room. Like an indoor venue size usually. Damn. That's fun.
All right. That's the end of the episode. We will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.